Hundreds of vintage cars today took part in the Bonhams London to Brighton Veteran Car Run on Sunday. More than 450 vehicles set off from Hyde Park this morning to drive the 60 miles to the East Sussex town as motoring enthusiasts flocked to the capital streets to watch. But not everyone made it all the way. Any unlucky motorist was forced to call the rack after his antique automobile gave up the ghost, while others were also spotted having difficulties. Now in its 121st year, the rally is the longest-running motoring event in the world. The event commemorates the Emancipation Run of 14 November 1896, which celebrated the speed limit for light locomotives being raised from 4 miles per hour to 14 miles per hour. Until 1896, the law had required a man with a red flag to walk ahead of all cars, which meant they could not exceed walking pace. To be eligible to enter, cars must have a pre-1905 registration. Vehicles must reach the Brighton finish line by 4:30 p.m. to qualify for a medal.Celebrity. Drivers taking part include Charley Boorman, driving a 1904 Rover 8 horsepower from the British Motor Museum, and BBC presenters Chris Evans and Alex Jones. "Fancy seeing you here." Two men don masks of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge as they cross Westminster Bridge in their black vehicle. Going nowhere fast, mechanics from the rack help a man whose antique car has broken down. It's going to be a long way to Brighton. Two women wait for help after their car breaks down during the rally. Oops, participants crossing Westminster Bridge are forced to stop after their car breaks down. And they're off. Charley Boorman and Damon Hill tear up the red flag to start the Bonhams Vintage Car Run from Hyde Park Corner. Full steam ahead, participants drive through Wellington Arch as crowds gather to watch. Taking in the sights, participants cross over Westminster Bridge in London as they take part in the annual London to Brighton Veteran Car Run. Clear the slow lane. A vintage car crosses Westminster Bridge in central London during the Bonhams London to Brighton Veteran Car Run. Tight squeeze. Now in its 121st year, the rally is the longest-running motoring event in the world. Oh la la! These vintage car enthusiasts impressed with their French model, which sported a tricolor. Traveling back in time, motoring enthusiasts from across the country braved the chilly weather to watch the antique automobiles as they weaved through the streets of the capital. Not again. Another car breaks down passing over Westminster Bridge and gets a push start from bystanderss Bonhams London to Brighton Veteran Car Run. One of the first, one pair drove the 1897 Bergmann down the mall past Buckingham Palace. All smiles, participants cross over Westminster Bridge in London as they take part in the annual London to Brighton Veteran Car Run. Traveling in style, Len Brownm, Harrods curator of historic vehicles with the Harrods 1901 veteran Pope Waverley electric car in Hyde Park ahead of the annual Bonhams London to Brighton Veteran Car Run. Old meets new, a passenger in a bright green vehicle films the spectacle on their smartphone. What a beauty! A man passes over Westminster Bridge in his blue and yellow vehicle at sunrise. Bit misty this morning? These passengers wrapped up warm as they make their way through Hyde Park during the 60-mile rally. What a view! Passengers take in the stunning views of central London as they make their way, slowly, across Westminster Bridge. Traditional, now in its 121st year, the rally is the longest-running motoring event in the world. Holding up traffic, the vintage cars weaved their way through central London traffic at a considerably slower pace. On the road again. This pair braved the cold in a stunning open-top blue and gold car as they traveled through Hyde Park. Steampunks dream, some fans really got into the spirit by dressing in period attire for the occasion. On the road, car lovers took to the road for the legendary car showcase, which sees some of the oldest vehicles drive a 60-mile route from London to Brighton. Iconic, the cars drove a route which started at Hyde Park Corner and passed a slew of London landmarks. Pedal to the metal, one history fan chose a more unconventional vehicle, writing a penny farthing. Good to go. BBC presenter Chris Evans gave a friend a high five before hitting the road. Vroom. Alex Jones was seen taking the wheel of the vintage bus to raise money for children in need.